Hey, how's it going, guys? Political Spatula here, back with another day of Propaganda Watch. And today I wanted to kind of dive into Donald Trump a little more, delve into Iran, and I wanted to prove more of these anti-war propaganda points wrong. So I don't want to waste any more of your time, so let's just get straight into the video.
What the hell do I have to do? Go back, bomb Iran a little bit more? What the hell?
That is our sweaty president 2 nights ago on stage talking about how he has nothing else to do other than bomb Iran.
This guy's just nitpicking. Yeah, he's got nothing else to do but wrap this war up quickly so people like you stop complaining and supporting a regime, okay? I don't know how many times I've gone over the reality of what's happening over there on this channel, and I'm not exactly sure if YouTube enjoys the facts that I usually bring up on screen. So I won't be showing them on this particular clip, just so YouTube doesn't try to hide my video, but I mean, you can look up Iran's treatment of women if you want.
Donald Trump got into office. He started a war with a country that's in the Middle East that starts with the letters IRA. He cut taxes for the rich, cut benefits for the most vulnerable, and then blew up the debt a little bit more.
It's really funny how they frame this whole thing, right? They were making nuclear weapons, and they had proxy groups that were going after our allies and innocent people in the Strait of Hormuz that were trying to make it day by day. And they were lashing out at everyone around them and trying to get nuclear weapons, and they treat their people poorly. So this is not a war Donald Trump started. That is the biggest falsehood the Democrats will tell you. He didn't start this war. And yeah, he cut taxes for the wealthy to bring more wealthy people in this country so that there's more flow of money into the United States. Because that's a trickle down effect. And yeah, he cut people off government aid that could work and wouldn't work. He slashed funding, rooted out corruption, and exposed Democrat fraud all across the United States. His argument's completely null and void because the facts aren't even on his side on this one. You want to talk about people that wasted the United States money? Look at Democrats. You want to talk about people that stole money from hungry children? Look at the Democrats. Look at California. Look at Michigan.
Obama was able to secure a deal with Iran without losing a single member of the military, without firing a single missile, and without the Strait of Hormuz closing down.
Okay, that might be true, but they kept oppressing women and refining uranium. Through their actions, they've put hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of people in danger because of Iran's actions. What they've been doing since Obama's been in president. And none of it changed, and these people do not care how they treat their people. It's actually sickening. At one point, people around the world cared for the freedom of all people. Right here, we have an individual that could care less about how they treat women. He's such a humanitarian.
Donald Trump has now found himself in a very similar situation as Jimmy Carter in the sense that Iran is holding him hostage.
It's funny he says this. They are holding him hostage. And this guy shedding a positive light on the regime and telling us that it's futile is not helping. The reality of this is we're doing incredibly well. They have no aircraft, they have no ships. All they can do is fire a few missiles every once in a while from one of their few remaining missile sites left. And the biggest issue is how they frame this. Because what do they do to their civilians? How do they oppress people? What do they do to women? And how do their proxy groups continue that treatment? Because it's the coverage of it and how he frames it that is absolutely immoral.
We have gotten nothing from the Iranians. They haven't budged on the nuclear piece. The regime is still in place. They still have missiles, which is why Donald Trump's life was in danger.
So his whole short-sighted argument is, yeah, they have missiles, and yeah, they're trying to develop atom bombs, and sure, they treat their people like crap and do absolutely horrendous things to women, but we should just give up, because that's all he ever talks about on his channel, is just, it's futile, we need to leave the area, and right here he's like, oh yeah, they're doing all of those things, but we still need to give up. This is absolutely ridiculous, and this is just anti-war propaganda being pushed by the left. Because watch how they frame it. They'll never once mention how the people are treated. They'll never once bring up the women. You'll never hear this guy talk about it. You'll never hear Hassan Piker talk about it. You'll never hear Mehdi Hassan talk about it. You'll never hear the Young Turks talk about it. They just don't care.
We have total control of that entire region.
We really don't. There's still a closed down Strait of Hormuz because that is the main leverage that they currently have.
Ships are still passing through the strait, and just because they fire one or two missiles into the water doesn't mean they're winning. And if they were really winning, their air force would be all over the strait and their navy would have it blockaded like our navy has it blockaded. But they don't. They have no presence in the strait besides one or two missiles every once in a while.
Discourse that I want to talk about very quickly because Mark Ruffalo, one of the largest actors out there, obviously known as the Hulk, he was also in The Kids Are All Right. He's in a lot of movies that I really, really like. He had to respond to accusations that he's anti Semitic coming from Paramount. Just listen to this.
All right, and what it effectively this breaks down to is Mark Ruffalo is upset because this deal is happening and they have loose ties to the Israeli military. So he's going to make a lot of things up and say a bunch of people are going to get fired and this is a threat to editorial freedom. And he's just saying this all to get attention. But the truth is, there is no fact to these claims, and Mark Ruffalo is just fear mongering to get people on his side. Well, anyway, that's all I got for you guys. I hope you like me exposing the anti-Iran war talking points of the left because they make it kind of easy. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and have a good one.